New year, new me, kind of. As we head into 2025, I just wanted to take a couple minutes to give a brief recap of last year, as well as talk about where the channel is heading in the new year. First of all, I want to give a lot of gratitude for the channel's success thus far. It is something that I started in April and was just kind of doing as a fun, side project and just talking about anime, because I watch a lot of anime, and I legitimately did not think it was going to go this well in such a short amount of time, because since April, which is about 9 months, we hit 3,000 subscribers, there's 50,000 views on multiple videos, and 9 channel members, which is crazy to me because when I opened memberships, I thought, oh, I'm just gonna get 1 or 2, and then there's 9 of you supporting me, and then there's also everyone else in the community who's growing, and it's just an ever-expanding community, and I appreciate that so much because, like I said, this was just a fun little thing I started on the side, and if it got monetized, great. If not, it would be fun. It's one of those things where oh, I'm glorifying God in what I'm doing, and just talking about anime, talking with people, because that's what I like talking about. And then 3,000 of you decided that it was worth subscribing and sticking around to watch the content, and it's the fastest I've ever gotten a channel monetized. It's the fastest I've ever grown a channel, and it's just incredible, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Now, here's some of the updates for next year as we're looking into, well, I guess not next year, it's this year now. I'm recording this in 2024, but going into this year, a couple things are gonna have to change, and one of those things is bi-weekly videos starting this month. I know all throughout last year I did weekly videos and there was new content every week, and the only reason I was able to do that is thanks to my incredible editor Alex, and he was really on top of it and making sure all of the videos were done on time, and that was great until the weekly schedule started to really dig at me. Because as I've said, and I'm sure you guys know, I have a full-time job outside of this, so working 40 hours a week, then having to come home and stress about whether or not a script is done for a video, and having to come up with, 52 video ideas for an entire year, that's a lot. And I also felt like I wasn't having enough time to watch the new anime that was coming out and just stay caught up, and I was struggling to watch anime in general, which is kind of important when you're running an anime YouTube channel. You gotta keep watching stuff. So I didn't have time to watch anime or play video games or read manga, and then I was starting to hit a roadblock in what I could script and talk about because I hadn't watched any of the new stuff. I'd really only seen Don to Don. I wasn't caught up enough on Blue Box to do a video, and I fell behind in a bunch of the other fall shows, and I was like, okay, next year something needs to change, and that was switching to bi-weekly videos. Now, not only does it give me more time to watch more anime, but also put more work into videos, because I'm switching more from a quantity to a quality method, because if I'm only doing 2 videos a month, that means I can put a lot more time and effort into those scripts and make those videos longer and more in-depth, which was something that I've seen a lot of comments talk about on a lot of different videos. Is I bring up a lot of good topics and a lot of good points, but I don't necessarily fully dive into them. I kind of just scratch the surface and then move on to the next thing. So that's something I want to improve on this year, is going deeper and actually digging into topics. And I think having more time to script videos and not feel so pressured and so stressed is definitely going to help with that. So yeah, bi-weekly videos will be starting in January. There's a video this week, there's a video next week, and then after that, it will switch to the bi-weekly schedule. So look forward to all of that. I'm sure you guys will continue to support those videos. And I kind of soft tested it in December with the One Piece video and then the 2024 anime video. Those were bi-weekly, and kind of tested it out there, and it seemed to work pretty well. So hopefully it'll continue as we go throughout the year. Now, another thing that we're doing next year, I guess this year, I keep saying next year because I'm recording in 2024, is member-exclusive manga streams. I talked about this in a community tab post, but I hadn't brought it up in a video or anything. And one of the perks of the Symbol of Peace tier, which is $5 a month, shout out to everyone who's in that. Very helpful. All of that money goes directly back into helping the channel, as does all of the ad revenue. I'm going to use it to buy a new light, use it to pay for Premiere Pro, all of these things that I need that then don't have to come out of my pocket. So I do greatly appreciate it. But one of the perks of the Symbol of Peace tier is member exclusive streams. And what we decided on doing, I was going to play through Wind Waker, but then I didn't really want to keep doing games because I felt like that didn't fit with the vibe of the channel and like the type of people who would be subscribing to you know, membership for an anime channel. So we're switching to manga streams, and we're starting this month with My Hero Academia Vigilantes, which actually works out great because the anime is coming out in April. So we're going to be reading through that on stream monthly, at least one a month, maybe more if I have, you know, if my schedule allows for it. But that's the plan, is just one a month, member exclusive streams. Come check it out. Join the membership. Like, it's going to be great. So that's what we got going on in terms of member stuff. But before I leave, just in case you're not a member, I do want to tease just a little bit of what I have planned for this year. Now, going into 2025, what kind of content can you expect? Well, obviously I'm going to be continuing to work my way through One Piece and make those videos because, one, they've done really well and people seem to love them, and two, I have a lot of fun making them. So, and don't worry, I'm also listening to all of the comments and stuff from those videos, and I understand the second one, the Alabasta video, did feel a little recappy, and I had a couple people say like, oh, you just chat GPT'd, like, and I assure you I didn't. I did script that entire video myself and record it. I don't use AI to write my scripts or anything, because I think that's the lazy man's way out, but I can understand, and as I was looking back on it, like, yeah, it was a little recappy, so I'm taking all of that feedback into consideration and using it to hopefully refine and do better in the next one when I finish Sky Island, which is on the schedule. And that was something I did, was I started putting them on the schedule so that they come out consistently, and it forces me to keep watching One Piece and not just have these massive gaps between each saga. So there's that. And then on top of that, I do want to do more of the should Christians watch type videos, and not all of them, because I am trying to find that balance between being a Christian anime channel and just being a Christian who talks about anime, because I do think those are two separate things and you need to find a balance of both. I don't want this channel to turn into an echo chamber where it's only Christians watching, because that's not what I want. That was never the intention of the channel. I want it to be content that everyone can enjoy regardless of whether or not you're a Christian. And if you aren't, hey, just stick around. We're gonna have a fun time talking about anime. And if you are, well, here's some videos that can guide you and tell you what anime I think you should watch. So want to keep doing more videos like that. And then another thing that I do hope to try and work on this year is doing some character analysis and deep dives. I have a couple of them planned out for My Hero, because that's the series I know the best and will be the easiest for me to like start venturing in that direction, and just do more video essays on like Endeavor and how his character arc went, and the villains from My Hero Academia and what we can pull from them, and Deku as a hero, like that kind of stuff. And I do want to do one on Rengoku, like, so that kind of stuff is definitely coming down the pipeline. And you know, we could get to the end of this year and none of that could have happened, and I just look a little silly sitting here, but you know what, I'm gonna be optimistic going into 2025. Another thing I want to do this year, and it's a big project, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it, is a retrospective series on My Hero Academia, because season 8, the final season, is airing in the fall, and I'm not emotionally ready for that, but I do want to go through and just do an honest review of seasons 1 through 7 and the 4 movies, and just look at it objectively and say, these seasons are good, these seasons aren't. Well, even though it's not great, here's some of the highlights, and just go through it and look at it and do those more deep dive analytical on My Hero, because I love the series a lot. So that is one theme that I think is going to stick around for the rest of the year, is there's going to be a lot of My Hero content, a lot, because that's just my favorite series and that's what I like talking about, and I'm very passionate about it. So just bear with me. I'll try not to make the entire schedule My Hero, but no promises. There's also going to be more streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. I do want to stream more for the YouTube audience, because I know there's a lot of you here and I like engaging with you in the comments and that kind of stuff. And I know we did a stream, I think, maybe, hopefully nothing happened, of the 2024 anime tier list, and then I want to do like voting in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards again. I have a couple more tier list ideas, like just do that kind of stuff on YouTube, and then also on Twitch, you know, finish Doom Eternal. There's a couple games I want to wrap up, like I want to stream myself finishing Persona 3 Reload and that kind of stuff, and playing more games over there. So just more streaming in general, and I think switching to the bi-weekly schedule is going to help with that a lot, because if I'm not so busy scripting all the time, then I have more time to play games and stream and that kind of stuff. Other than that, things will pretty much proceed as they have been. Video essays, discussion videos, anime reviews, the whole 10 yards. Not 10 yards, 9 yards, whatever. So yeah, nothing too crazy when it comes to channel updates, and like I said, we're just gonna keep on going and making content. Another massive thank you to everyone who's supported the channel thus far, members and non-members alike. I truly, truly could not be doing this without any of you, and I appreciate every single one of you. While you wait for next week's video, though, you can check out my massive 2024 anime year in review video if you haven't already, or this other video that the YouTube algorithm thinks you'll like. So I'll see you next week. Peace out.